Right. Hi, everybody. This is part 2 of my guest speaker. Everybody say hello to Julia. Or Julia, say hi to everybody.
Okay. Hi.
All right.
Sorry for mix up.
Anyway, so Julia was mentioning earlier a little bit about herself. Can you summarize a little bit about yourself? Again,
I talked about how music has been a huge part of my life ever since I was a little older than being an infant, and how important it has been in my life.
Okay. And out of all the instruments you've ever played, which one was your favorite and why?
The violin was my favorite because when I was young, I didn't have a lot of money. My parents didn't have a lot of money, so I wanted to play the violin, but it wasn't really attainable at first, so they started me out on piano, and I couldn't really pick it up, but by the time I got to be 3rd or 4th grade, I was able to finally get my violin and pursue my dream in learning how to play that instrument. So that has been the most prized thing out of all of my music. But unfortunately, I was in a car accident a few months back, and I won't ever be able to play violin again the way that I wanted to.
Oh, wow. And how much of having been in that accident has impacted you in your life and that experience? Like, how had it changed after that? Besides, not being able to play your music and stuff.
Well, the accident was pretty traumatic. I've never been hit by a car before, and it's really changed the way that I have to do things, like the way that I cook or the way that I clean. I have to do it more easy because my back and my neck hurt too much to do it the way I used to do things.
Wow.
So my life has really changed. So the trauma piece of it is going to go away with time.
Right.
But there might be some injuries and stuff that might not go away.
Wow, I am so sorry. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Also, I wanted to know, how old are you, Julia?
I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in March.
Wow, cool. All right, so we are going to play a game, and it's called Options, okay? And you have about 1 minute, or actually 2 minutes, to answer all of these, okay? Let's see how far you can go. Okay, and this is called options. I'm going to give you 2 options, and you have to pick one, and then I'll just move on to the next one, and we can see how far you get, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Jelly beans or Skittles?
Skittles.
Chocolate or white chocolate?
White chocolate.
Obama or Gingrich?
I don't know who the other one is. I only know who Obama is.
Okay,
so I'm picking Obama.
Okay, Wii or PS3?
PS3.
March or April?
April.
Spring or winter?
Spring.
Winter or spring?
Spring.
School or college?
College.
Let's see. Wii or Twitter?
Wii.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Puppies or kittens?
Kittens.
Red or white?
Red.
Books or CDs?
CD.
Beach or forest?
Beach.
And that's it. Cool. You made it. Alright, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that a little bit quicker, though, because I'd have to write down everything first. So, also, let's see. What other things? So how has everything gone for you as far as schooling?
Well, I was in the hospital for some time for depression, and I did school there, but when I got into high school and I was in the hospital, they lost all of my transcripts and told me that I had to complete all 4 years of high school over again, and I was just like, I can't do that, so I dropped out, and I'm currently trying to take some online courses for a nail technician.
Okay. So are there any goals that you are, or any projects that you're currently working on that might inspire somebody else to do the same?
Yeah, actually, there's a few projects. The first thing is I got a music producer who's interested in taking some of my music that I've written in the past few months to try and cope with life. And the other thing is I'm trying to get my permit so that I can drive. And I think that might be really inspirational to someone who has been in programs all their life, so that they can see that someone who was in programs for majority of her life really just got out and was able to do the right thing with their life.
Wow.
And then the last thing is I'm just trying to work on doing some online schooling so I can get a degree in nail tech.
Okay. So, what is your opinion as far as politics go? Like, um, what is something that you'd like to see happen differently? Just as a community opinion for the elections that are going on right now, or the presidential running. Is that
Well,
something that you've been
I
paying
don't think
attention?
that anything really needs to be done differently. I just think that that maybe our president should change the way that they look at how things are being done.
Okay.
When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the state benefits that people get: Social Security, disability, um, public health insurance, all those things that the state provides now. They might go away, depending on who we elect and what that person thinks, and just what the House thinks and what the elections go through. So
Yeah.
I think it really depends a lot more on the people rather than like the Senate.
Okay. And if somebody were in the same situation that you were in right now, what advice would you give them as far as something that might be able to help them in the situation right now that they're facing?
I would say if you're a person who likes to spend money, go shopping, I mean, I like it sometimes. I suggest that you buy something that will help you cope and that might be good long term in your life. Like right now, if I'm going to purchase something, I'm going to purchase an online course for manicuring
Well,
rather than going out and buying 3 pairs of jeans with that money.
yeah, kind of gets pricey sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
As far as the dating scene goes, if what do you think makes a good boyfriend in your opinion?
I think the number one thing is respect.
Right.
I think that if they respect you and they watch you achieve your dreams and support you in achieving your dreams, that's the most important thing. You don't want a guy who's going to always tell you, you have to change, you have to do this, you have to do that. Just, I'm engaged and happy with that because he tells me that I should be doing what I want to do and just keep going whatever it takes.
Right. Okay. Cool. So is there anything else you'd like to tell us today, Julia? Anything interesting about yourself besides what you told us in the beginning? There's something that people don't normally know about you, besides what I know about you, of course.
Actually, yeah, there is something. I'm mostly French, and that is because my two great grandparents met on a train between Canada and France. My great grandmother came over from France, and she's the Parisian side of French, from like French, and then my great grandfather came from Quebec, so he's French Canadian. So most of me is French and then Italian, but the interesting thing about all that is my family got built on Meme and Pepe's relationship, and they met when they were 16 years old, and it was love at first sight. They fell in love on the train, and they were married up until he died 11 years ago.
Wow.
And that they've just kept the family together.
Wow, that is the coolest thing I've ever heard. That's cool. Um, okay. So what was I gonna say? If let's see. So, is there any specific websites or groups on a Facebook page that you'd like to tell people about or whatever? Anything that you think somebody might think is interesting on the internet that they haven't heard of before or something? Like, like
Not currently. Not really currently part of. I am part of Peacekeepers Militia. Some of you guys might have heard about. There's another one too. I'm trying to think the name of it. It's like a modeling thing that this kid Jason Lopez does, and he does like online modeling for people who want to like just do pictures and like look cool and everything, and he just puts them on his page. He has a group with that. I can't think of the name of it
oh, that's
right
cool.
now.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for being with us today, Julia, and everyone on YouTube. Subscribe to my page, and hopefully we will see you on there. All right. And talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.